What will happen to people when they reach the heights of science and technology? Utopia? Blissful times? Paradise on earth? Not at all. There will be a fall. Always and in all times, prosperity is followed by a fall, decay, recession. As confirmation of this, the skeletons saw before them the wreckage of a former civilization, shadows of past greatness of thought and technology. These shadows stood silently, as if waiting for a bright light that would dispel the darkness, breathe life into them. But alas, their expectations are in vain. The squad advanced towards their goal. Distant smoke and fire were their guides in this realm of shadows. And in this realm of shadows, a new spark of hope for past greatness ignited. After all, every fall is followed by growth and prosperity, allowing us to climb higher and higher on the path of science and technology. Meanwhile, the group reached Black Desert City, and here nothing much had changed. Everything was just as gray and dreary. Even the bar was in the same place. The bridge was rusting and falling apart even more. The protective field generator had stopped working altogether. Free energy continued to strike the ground without stopping. There was very little left of the cargo ship, and I remember the times when I myself arrived on one like that. You're grumbling like an old granddad. Hey, shut up, you whippersnapper. Ha ha. Max still runs the spare parts shop. We'll need to drop by and say hello. And the locals are all wandering aimlessly, waiting for their death. But we'll give them a purpose. Later. Shall we go into the bar? Let's go. Greetings, esteemed ones. Ah, your majesty. I greet you. You surround yourself with servants. Does this mean the time has come? I will send you an envoy later and explain everything. We will await with anticipation. We will not distract you. Please take a seat at a free table. We have reached the Deadlands. What is our next objective? We will search for a place to set up camp. I beg your pardon, Your Excellency, but I believe you should turn your attention to that table. Do you recognize our comrade? It's Sa Neil. Neil, is that you? It is I. Still dwelling on negative thoughts and reminiscing about the past? What else is there to do? You know what's happening outside. Murder, death, famine, filth, slavery. And all of this is our fault. Don't dwell on it. Greetings, old friends. Your Majesty, greetings. You will come with us, and that is not up for debate. We need experienced fighters, even though you were a pilot of war machines. As you say. And you are still just as compliant and easily influenced. Scouting and the search for a base site were put on hold for a bit. The decision was made to speak with Grim Neil, since he was a local and knew the area like the back of his hand. After a brief discussion, Neil offered to take the squad to a location that would be ideal for a base. Welcome to our new home. It's a stretch to call this a home just yet. Oh, come on, it's just a constant acid rain. The ground is soaked in lethal chemicals. Uncontrolled energy surges from the old generators can vaporize anything in seconds. A perfect spot for our first stronghold. And we've got building materials at our fingertips. Thousands of tons of top-grade metals and alloys over here. Stone and concrete over there. The ground is level. If I recall correctly, this used to be a landing platform. Good. This place is definitely suitable. Most importantly, it gives us quick access to anywhere on the mainland. And there isn't much wildlife around. Shall we get started on construction? Yes, I'll go unload the bull. Looks like the bull's taken a liking to you, Salo. Or is it the other way around? Shut it, Hex. Or I'll tie you to the bull by your legs and send you for a little stroll. How long will it take you to construct a small building? Assuming you have building materials and tools available. A week? A month? 3 months? 5 months? That's another advantage of being a robot. You don't get tired. You can work non-stop. No need for sleep or food breaks. The squad established the foundation for the base. They put up a small structure, broke ground to create a quarry, and metal was readily available in the nearby scrap. Simple machines were built to process concrete into usable materials. With typical machine efficiency, the robots designated separate storage areas for each material. All the robots were working. Everyone was busy. The only one slacking off was the bull, who watched the proceedings with great interest. Every so often, conversations would break out among the skeletons, usually about the past. Hey, don't you ever miss the days when you were piloting war machines with your buddies? I do. It's likely that everyone who fought alongside me in the 86th unit is either dead or out of action. Many were lost in the first war, and then more in the second. Some went insane. We still need to rebuild our former military strength. I agree. It would be a great asset, but there are very few pilots left. The base was raided a couple of times by bandits. Humans. It was a foolish move. The toxic environment wasn't exactly ideal for a fight. The skeletons were unaffected, but the humans, and they were up against no easy opponents. All the robots were veterans of multiple wars and were hardened fighters. Within a few hours, all that remained of the raiders was a small pool of blood. The acid rain and the corrosive soil quickly dissolved their remains. Hey, this is handy. No need to waste time cleaning up the bodies. The weapons and gear are left untouched. Pretty convenient, indeed. One time, a trading caravan passed by the base. The owner was quite surprised to see Reinhardt. The settlement continued to grow. Thank you for watching the second part of this exciting story. I would appreciate your support and subscribing to the channel. If you want to become part of the story, buy a character slot. All the links are in the channel description. And there's also my merch that I make based on this cool game. Just the skeleton with a bone dog in its arms is worth it. Or the hot chick. And also, if the videos are released with a delay, then read my post on YouTube in the community tab to understand what is happening.